Shalom everyone, two numerical gems in the Torah. In the Torah portion of Noach, we read about the great flood that came upon the world. In the 7th chapter, the 11th verse, it says the following. It says, in the 600th year of the life of Noach, in the 2nd month and the 17th day, the subterranean waters from below burst out, and in the language of the Torah, the windows of heaven opened up, and the rain fell for 40 days and 40 nights. What's significant here is two things. First, that the Torah mentions that it was in the 600th year of the life of Noach. And also, even though we usually concentrate on the idea that it rained for 40 days and 40 nights, it mentions here first that the lower waters, the subterranean fountains of water, burst out. And simultaneously, rain came from heaven. The Zohar, the foundational book of Kabbalah, which was revealed to the world approximately 800 years ago, though it is based on traditions that go back to 2,000 or even longer years, it is not a prophetic book per se, but it does say the following, what we might call prophetic pronouncement. It says, based on this verse, it says in the 600th year of the 6th millennium, the waters from below will burst out, and the heavens will open, and water will descend, all in preparation for the Messianic era. So what does that mean? First of all, what is the 600th year of the 6th millennium? So right now, as I speak, we're in the year 5785. And we are in the 6th millennium. So the 600th year of the 6th millennium was 185 years ago. So it was 1840. That's how the 600th year of the 6th millennium is translated into the Gregorian calendar, 1840. And it's understood that just like when a person has a birthday and they turn, let's say, 10, and if you would ask them the whole next year, how old are you? They'd say 10. But really, that year they're in their 11th year. So in a certain way, 1840 is the culmination of the whole century before, from 1740 to 1840. So what happened between 1740 and 1840 that can approximate this idea that the lower waters burst forth to flood the world, and the upper waters rained down on the world? So first we can understand the lower waters as being what we call secular knowledge, and the upper waters is what we'll call Torah wisdom. So between 1740 and 1840, the world changed dramatically. It was the Industrial Revolution. The invention of the cotton gin and the steam engine and the first railroads changed everything. Changed the way people lived, the way people transported themselves, the way they made a living, the way agriculture worked. And what has happened since 1840? So the late 1800s is electricity. The early 1900s is aviation. 1960s, we fly to the moon. The computer, the cell phones, faxes, email, WhatsApp, everything that's happened, plus the incredible medical advances. So we see that beginning with the Industrial Revolution, the lower waters have actually flooded the world to the point where we can hardly keep up, especially with AI now. We can hardly keep up with the incredible changes happening in technology. At the same time, what happened between 1740 and 1840? Well, in 1734, the Baal Shem Tov revealed himself to the world. And he inaugurated the Hasidic movement, which brought Kabbalistic concepts, as it were, down to earth from above in a way that people could understand and integrate. And so we see that there were two revolutions in this time period that the Zohar was predicting. And they say it's all in preparation for the Messianic era. So here again, we see the Zohar taking the verse, the 11th verse of the 7th chapter of Genesis, and really making a prophetic statement. And we see that it is absolutely true. And we also see that even though there was always a Jewish presence in the land of Israel, but for almost 2,000 years it was very sparse. And then in the late 1700s, there were the first aliyah of Jews from Europe, Hasidic Jews, the followers of the Vilna Gaon. And then in 1880 is what is called the first aliyah. And now the majority of Jews, almost the majority of Jews in the world, live in Israel. And we have the state of Israel. And everything has changed. But it's understood, according to this statement in the Zohar, that from 1740 to 1840, everything began to change. The lower waters have flooded the world. The upper waters, you can walk into a Jewish bookstore now and get virtually any text in Hebrew and English, in every language. The Kabbalah, the mystical tradition, is wide open. The internet is full of Kabbalistic ideas. And the state of Israel is all in preparation for the coming of the Mashiach. And so here we see the lower waters of secular knowledge and the upper waters of Torah wisdom are becoming unified, all in preparation for the coming of Mashiach. May we see it soon and in our days.